What is up, my man?
That was good Lord.
Hey, man. We're making it happen. Oh,
It's live. Good thing I wasn't picking my nose or something.
yeah. We're live, buddy. You know how sometimes, like, I think it's been like maybe like the first 2 or 3 times, like I was like, all right, man, we're live. Well, we really weren't. We were recording, but this time we're actually live. Look at all these people that are in here. This is
Yeah, this is some peeps here.
there's some people in here.
Why can't we comment back to them? What kind of ghetto operation are we running?
You should be able to type.
I can't. I can't. I can't do anything.
Well, let's see here. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is episode 12,
12.
the old Dirty Dozen of the Hedge podcast. We're actually trying out something new. This is all new to us, so you guys bear with us.
Yeah.
We decided, me and JD decided to kind of switch things up a little bit and go live this time. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be, in a bit, we're going to post the link to this live stream so that you guys can join us. If y'all want to pop in and ask us a question, I don't know, talk some shit. I don't know. There's
Yeah.
You know what
Even
I mean?
if you don't want to ask a question, just talk shit. That'd be even better.
That's especially. Well, we won't get into that, but yeah, man, this was an idea that I think we both have been wanting to do, right?
For sure.
As we're we're just kind of kicking this thing off. This is barely episode 12, so all the other episodes have been going great. It's not like we're changing things up or anything, but we definitely wanted to do as much interacting as we could. You and I are pretty interactive in the comment section when we post our videos. But
hang on, we already got a question. 5 minutes and 39 seconds in. Stone Cold Mike Austin.
Stone Cold Mike Austin.
So, dude, I couldn't ask this question because I didn't know about it. What
HGA CEO?
Oh, you know what? He did actually say that, something about that. I remember that now.
He did.
I think he like
I
think we were in the middle of something, and he slipped one by the goalie, and
probably
we never went back to it.
There's a membership service. Hold up.
I think so.
We're gonna look this up right now.
I gotta bring this up top here.
Hybridgrading.com.
HGA.
Oh, there is a membership. Interesting.
I gotta look at this too.
Okay, so check this out. I will share this.
You gotta log in?
I think you gotta log in, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a membership.
I do.
Oh.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah, they don't give you like
the platinum membership gives you custom labels are $7. And then you get a couple bucks off, it looks like. 60 business days is $18, $21 on gold membership. So there's 2 tiers, it looks like. So what's their normal 60 business days? Is it what, 25?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Wait, so my question is though, how the hell are you going to try to sell a membership, but I can't look at the membership?
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
I'm trying to figure out what the normal pricing is. So the normal pricing.
This is why we didn't ask that question.
Well, yeah. Well, okay. So the normal pricing is $25. So if you get the membership, it's $18. So it's a $7 difference. So yeah, there's
so that's for 60 days.
For 60 days, best value is 60 days.
$18.
And I think custom labels. Yeah, see, custom labels are $10. So if you get the membership, it's $18 or $7.
That's not bad.
So you get a couple dollars off. Here's the thing about. I mean, they're offering a membership, and that's great for people who like sub with them in bulk. It would be It would be a financial discount, obviously. But the problem is that HGA, in my opinion, is so niche in what they do that, I mean, I don't think I could ever get to a 51 card sub with them.
Now, does it say how much the membership costs, or is it just something you?
Well, let's see. Memberships.
Is it free?
So the platinum membership, the gold membership, you still pay $10 for labels,
Yeah.
but it's $21. Oh, it's free for the first year, then it's $75 a year.
Okay. Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah,
I guess we can just read the comments. Mike's giving us the answers.
Oh yeah. For the platinum membership, it's $37 for the first year and $150 each year after. Yeah, I mean, okay, so here's the thing. Because Mike's saying bad move, right? Okay, I mean, yeah, bad move if that's the only way that you can sub going forward is with a membership.
Right.
Right? I mean, because they're not forcing you to take the membership. CSG, however, forces you to take a membership to be able to sub with them. You have to have a membership.
Do they?
Yeah, you got to pay at least the $25 to sign up, and then then they allow you to sub.
That's right.
So
that's right.
You know what I mean? If HGA had done a move like that, where they're like, hey, you have to join a membership in order to sub with us going forward, then yeah, I think that would be a huge mistake on their end.
Well, I mean, I like go back to like click on membership or something. Nah, go back to like where you can see some examples of their slabs.
Oh, they got why to submit. I guess it'd be some.
Yeah, I wanted to see the gaming cards and like the Pokemons and whatnot.
Oh, they have some actually on their front page, which are pretty
there you go. Like so that looks cool.
That's
know what I mean? Like I can see where like that sector of collecting wants in.
I mean, even even this. Look at this Trey Lance, dude.
Yeah, no, it's cool. That's cool. Sick. I don't know, man. I don't know. There it is.
Of course, that's the old greatest Pat Tillman, baby.
Listen, everybody in the chat, that's the greatest card ever in a slab. Like that, they jackpot.
yeah. That's money.
That one, how do you not like?
How do you not? But this, to me, this is what sets them apart from every other grading company, is that they offer this.
Right.
Right. I mean, there's nobody else doing that, and there is a want. There's a desire from the hobby to display these cards like that.
It's like I said, during that episode and that interview, like it's a cool niche.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's already enough problems with graded cards. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
I don't necessarily want to dip my toes into that pond.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's see what we got in here. Bush League's in the house. Global's in the house, all the way from Australia. Matt is in the house. Of course, Stone Cold Mike Austin. What'd you call him?
Yeah, Stone Cold Mike Austin.
All right, Jose's in the house. Mike Trout is in the house. The other Mike Trout.
Who
else is in here? Parabellum is in the house. Man, so many people here. Baseball card. Curmudgeon. That's a good one.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he doesn't like my hat too much.
Weekly pickups. So.
Oh, I have.
We gotta. All right, I have a couple too, but
okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever, we can do that.
I know why.
I want to start. I want to start bitching about sports. So
you want to start bitching about sports?
Yeah, I want to get right into baseball. So
I've had it sports in general, Sox. Or like sports cards?
No, sports. Like real, like no cardboard. Like I want to talk about the goddamn Boston Red Sox for a minute.
So I only have one pickup, but it is for me, I'll go first because I think every week, I can't remember who told me this. I remember if it was Mike or if it was somebody else. They sent me a DM and they said, you know what's funny about your show that I love every time is that no matter what, you always tell JD, hey, I went first last time, so you go first this time. And it's been like the last 4 weeks that you've been going first.
Well, you're going first tonight then.
So I'm going first tonight. So this isn't a big, it didn't break the bank. It didn't do anything crazy. It's not a very expensive card. But this is Alperen Şengün.
Gee.
Rookie card. This is just regular old hoops rookie card, but it's the neon green, which was an Australia exclusive. I've been chasing this card for a while because now, in order to complete the entire Şengün rainbow for hoops, I only need the artist proof, one of the artist proofs, and then the black, the one of one. There's only two that I need, which those are always going to be tough to find. But man, this kid's killing it right now. I freaking love this kid.
Yo, how about that dunk?
Dude,
that wasn't a foul. That wasn't offensive.
That was
if
not
anything, that was defensive.
No, dude, that was
not offensive. That's just NBA
just
being
nasty,
soft.
is what that was.
Yep, that was. I was like,
and if you watch the play, like the whole play, he had a really good defensive stop on one end and went coast to coast.
Yeah, he went Scottie Pippen on Patrick Ewing on that. That was nasty.
Exactly.
That was listen. I was gonna text you and be like your boy, but you talk about that guy so much that
Dude,
I needed 5 minutes without Şengün talk.
I loved him. I love that kid, man. He's got such a good personality, man. He's got everything that you need for a big. And right now, bigs are all stretch bigs, and he's a body in the paint, man. He loves that stuff, and that's a good old school.
You know what? He's gonna end up getting traded to the Celtics. So
chill out. Your Celtics are killing it too, dude.
Dude, they're loaded.
Yeah, they're just
all right. My pickup. I'll do the two kind of whatever's first. These finally came in from Canada. Linus Ullmark, young gun rookies from my Boston Bruins. This was actually when he was with the Sabres. So I picked up 4 of them. The other 2 finally arrived. They must have been frozen or something. And then this thing's sick. 98 Flair Ultra Diamond Immortals. Mike.
Look at that.
Piazza. It's funny.
Good old Mike
this
Piazza.
Card, little fun fact. This card, he's in a Florida Marlins uniform. He stayed in Florida for like 5 minutes. So,
wow.
So yeah. So anyway,
does that make it like way more rare?
No, it's a the die cut thing. You guys know how I roll. This is the stuff I'm into.
Mike Piazza back in the day had one of the illest mullets ever.
He did.
His mullet game was on fire.
He did.
Was the best.
You know how he got yeah. Dude, Matt, that's all he does, man. Like
that is not true.
That's he doesn't even say good morning in like text. He's just dude, Şengün last night, man. Like fucking crazy.
This kid is solid, dude. Man. I love him.
Dude, my boy. Every morning. Then at lunch we get like the ESPN hot take from him. Yeah.
Oh man, that's good stuff.
Wait, the Kings are doing good?
Sacramento.
The Sacramento Kings?
Yep.
De'Aaron Fox, my boy. Love that guy.
Yeah, you were hot on him, huh?
For a while. You know what my problem is, man? I'm hot on these guys like too early. Like I'll give you a perfect example. Lauri Markkanen. I had every card. Like literally, I was like, this guy's nasty.
Buying in on every card, breaks and all that.
And then he no breaks, just bought like a madman.
Yeah, okay,
cleaned out eBay, and then he sucked.
That's what happens, man.
Classic. I get rid of it all, and so I'll let you guys know what other prospects I have, and then I'm gonna unload, and they'll eventually go off.
You gonna start pumping and dumping, bro?
Christ, it's unreal. It's unreal.
So baseball. Why are you so mad at your Sox?
Yeah, all right. So real talk for a minute, right? Here's the thing with baseball that drives me nuts. You've got the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Red Sox, probably the Cubs if they wanted to, the Mets. I'm trying to think. Maybe the White Sox too a little bit because they're in a big market. I don't know, but the Red Sox, there's no excuse for them to run their team like it's the Pittsburgh Pirates or the Florida Marlins, and that's what they're doing. So they won the World Series in 2018. You know how many guys are left on that team? One.
I was just going to say from the
One
same
guy,
team.
Rafael Devers.
But
They just
2018, that
lost.
was 4 years ago, right?
Yeah. Yep. So they've traded since the dude that's the GM right now, Heim Bloom, who came over from the Dodgers or Tampa Bay or one of those, like, I don't know. You know, these guys now that they you know, hit a button on a computer and they do all their sabermetrics and crap. And
which is funny. I just got finished watching Moneyball last night.
yeah, which is a great movie, by the way.
Great movie. Great movie.
And it works for the Oakland Athletics, right? They got like $7 to spend, right? Like the owner's out like mowing people's lawns to pay salaries. You know what I mean? But like the Boston Red Sox, they're nickel and diming it to the point of I'm out. Like I cannot handle it. All these guys hit the market. They're nowhere to be found. Nowhere. And then you let your captain go. Okay. The Padres overpaid a little bit, but you're paying for what? The next 5-6 years of his career. And then, you know, he's going to be a drag on your payroll for the last 5-6 years of that contract.
Yeah.
But you're trying to win, right? So you need good players to win.
But you need a good farm system too.
They have an okay one, but they traded Mookie Betts for you, me, and that jacket on your chair. What the hell? Right? They let Bogarts go for nothing. They have Chris Sale, who's like about as frail as like ice melting in like the spring, right?
That's
like
funny.
it's unreal. The Red Sox do need Şengün. They do.
Red Sox need Şengün. That's right.
Yeah.
They need him out in the outfield.
It's unreal. So like, and then they charge you $700 to go to a game. So
yeah, but that's like a North thing though. Like you guys are up there in those big market teams. They're going to get y'all.
It's crazy. $65 to park around the stadium. 65.
What?
Yep.
Oh,
and listen, I know Houston's shady, but like Boston's no picnic either. You know what I mean? So
wait, what do you mean with shady?
Listen, man, I just watched a movie on Netflix called The Texas Killing Fields. Y'all some shady bastards down there.
The Texas Killing Fields.
Yep. It's right down the street from you too. So
the Texas Killing Fields.
They might get a draft pick, Scott, because I think they did tender him. So they'll get like the compensatory draft pick, but I don't give a rat's ass about the draft pick. That kid's 37 years away from making it to the show.
That place right there, the Texas Killing Field. I'm just reading what it says. A 25-acre patch of land in League City, situated a mile from Interstate 45, approximately 20. What is all this about?
Some psychopath that was whacking off people back in the 90s, like 2000s.
That sounds about right. 33 murders that have taken place along the I-45 corridor since the 1970s. Many of them still unsolved. Yeah, there's a patch. Yeah, that sounds about right. League City.
Yep. So that's you can't tell me that Houston's not shady.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, there's but that's only 30 unsolved murders since the 1970s. So that's what
one murder from one guy.
Yeah,
from one guy, bro.
Oh, is that the story?
That's
one
not.
dude?
That's one guy.
I thought that was just like the area.
Dude,
like, that's like a Saturday in Boston. 30 murders.
Jeez.
So that's what it was. All right.
Yeah, $65 to park. I took my twins right before COVID for their birthday. Right, it cost me $650 for tickets, parking, and food.
Dude,
and it's not like we were buying steak, chicken tenders.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Stadium food, right?
It's just whatever.
So listen, man.
Anyway,
all those places,
I'm down.
All those places they're a big racket, man.
They are. But when when you win, it's
Now them's fighting words, Grunt Dad. Which I got love Cajun people too, because I spent a lot of time in Louisiana, but that's pretty funny.
Anyway, so my point is baseball season's already over for me. It's done. So there's nothing they can do now that's gonna fix it. Anyway, my rant.
Well, they already got my Astros pegged for top tier next year. So
I think but you know what? You guys drafted well. You
that's what they did well. That's right.
You sucked for 33 years too. So I mean, it's like
since 2005, Bucko.
but that's all good. Hey,
But
it's
to
all
me, that's what you're supposed to do, though, right? And
what
anybody
suck.
who's a no. Well, I mean, okay,
No.
so you're gonna go through a rebuild. My Rockets, for example, right? The last 3 years have been a complete crap show, right? But the only reason
Yep.
why I'm not demoralized by it is because I see what they're doing, right? They're drafting top quality players. They're making moves in the offseason that make at least reasonable sense to where you can go, okay, I can kind of see what they're doing, right?
Yep.
And then they're trying to get this young core of kids to like really gel with each other. And then here, probably within the next year or so, we're gonna make some really big veteran acquisitions that are gonna bring in and kind of ring these kids together. And we're gonna make a serious run. I've said this several times, like to friends, that 2024, 2025, the Rockets are going to make a deep run into the playoffs. And I'm even saying that they're going to be playing in the Western Conference Finals.
When?
2024, 2025. So
All right.
3 seasons from now. 2 seasons from now. I mean, we got the last 2 years, we've gotten the top 3 draft the last 2 years.
Yeah.
We've gotten some serious value out of, bottom of the first round with Tyree Eason, with guys like Şengün, guys like Garuba. I mean, there's a lot of value there, and if Coach Silas manages to get everybody under control, and we make 1 or 2 more like really solid veteran acquisitions at the level of like a Eric Gordon, then we'll be set.
Why don't you like DM Luca, see if he wants to come play for the Rockets?
I would love for Luka to come play for. That would be
he's wasting his time in Dallas,
dude. He is absolutely wasting his time in Dallas.
Although they're on fire right now,
and we're just like 4 hours or like 3 hours south of them. I mean, it wouldn't be that big of a change for him, honestly. At least from like a cultural standpoint.
It's funny because like I was reading what was it? Bleacher Report. Like I was reading that they do like their rankings and stuff for the teams every week and whatever. And they go through and the top 10 teams or whatever. It's like, and then they go to the Celtics at the 1, and it's like they're just murdering people,
dude.
Like,
they're neck and shoulders above anybody in the East right now.
It's like I said to you, I think in one of our episodes, when you have 2 guys that are 6'8" on the wing that can dribble, shoot, pass, and defend.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Most NBA teams are lucky
Well,
to
they
have
won
1.
like 18, like 19 or 20 win. No, 21 wins.
They're 21-5.
Jesus, man.
Yeah. They're pretty good. But again, it's only the regular season, so anything can happen once you get into the dance.
Yeah. Everybody's 0-0 once the playoffs start, right? I mean, like,
so
nothing
all right,
really
people in the crowd. What do we want to talk about? Throw out a topic. You know how to copy and paste the link?
I do, and I will right meow. So here's what we're gonna do.
So Carlisle, man, if I had to pick another team, like gun to my head, I would definitely be a Braves fan.
Here it is. That's the link. I'm gonna pin it up to the top. Can I pin it? No, but it says that I can put the user in timeout, which is me. So if you guys want to jump on, want to ask us a question, or just come on, you can do so in that link right there. And,
yeah, let's the whole point here is to be interactive.
When it comes to updating the card hedge price guide, oh, here we go. A technical question. I love it.
Yeah, all right. That's a good one.
How do you prioritize player sports sets? A lot of Hakeem bases are in the system.
So, Matt, if you tell me what Hakeem, if you email me, jd@cardhedger.com, exactly what Hakeems you want, 5 seconds, I'll get them in. How we prioritize is pretty much like, so I'll give you an example. We didn't have a lot of 90s baseball in there. So that's what I've been prioritizing. I'm in 95 right now. I've got I'm into 99, like halfway done with basketball. So basketball's pretty much done for the 90s. But as far as anything else, if our customers either request, you can just request the cards through the card request feature. We bang those out pretty quick. Or if like I've gotten taken off kind of like my my massive bulk load thing, and I'm having to work for an enterprise customer doing their, some contractual stuff there right now. But I can, if it's cards you need in like Hakeem like that, just tell me and I'll get them in. Like Jason Wilson's in the chat somewhere. He's my buddy. He messages me all the time, and then I just add him right in. So
yeah, pretty quick. I mean, even if let's just say that they don't have a direct line to you, right, JD? I mean, just simply as you go to search for a card, if the system doesn't pick it up, you'll get the little link, right, where you can request the card, put in the information, and usually at the most within 24 hours, right?
And Matt, like a guy like Hakeem, like my bad on that, because like I collect him too, so usually I'm sometimes selfish and put in stuff like that. But just email me whatever you want and I'll get it in there. Card Hedger does not have an app yet, Mike. We should have had an app by now. The company that we contracted to do our work for us, long story short, they had some organizational reshuffling, and I guess the best way to put it is the people working on our project were all let go. So that put a significant delay on us rolling that app out, but we are in like beta testing right now.
Final stages, yeah.
So it should be out, I'm hoping by the spring soon. So yeah, it'll be out soon.
Sweet. Somebody's asking about Morocco and Croatia. We were supposed to have a soccer episode this week.
Yeah, and the dude blew us off.
Completely blew us off.
No response to messages, nothing.
Nothing, bro. Nothing.
Ghost.
You and I sat there for like 40 minutes hoping that he'd pop on and nothing. But what a quarter. Have you been keeping up at all?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Dude, what a game. So I work from home. And nice. my in-laws are retired, so they come to my house and they watch my youngest daughter because she's not school age yet.
Yeah.
And so my father-in-law is completely retired. He's a man of leisure, and all he does is watch soccer. Even outside of the World Cup, he's a big soccer fan. And so all the matches he'll tell me like, hey, this is going to be a good match. This isn't going to be a good match. But these quarterfinals, he was like, yeah, some of these are probably just going to be like, over the top. But dude, watching Croatia beat Brazil was ridiculous.
That was bullshit. So I had Brazil in my Deadpool.
Oh, did you?
So whatever. I'm out. I'm done. And then other than that, where I live, I think I told you this before, where I live is like a huge Portuguese community.
Yeah, you did tell me that.
So
Portugal getting kicked out.
People go nuts.
They're riding
like
in the street.
Today was nuts. But hey, Morocco's red hot.
They're on fire right now, bro.
Unfortunately, I don't think anybody's going to beat France, but I don't know. Hey, soccer's crazy, man. All it takes is one goal and the game's over sometimes.
That's it, bro. And what was crazy about that Brazil game is, both goals at the last minute.
Croatian goal. And in stoppage time, right?
How about that Croatian, their goalkeeper? That kid is going to get paid a gajillion dollars once somebody's going to go, some club is going to go after him and pay him a king's ransom because that kid is money.
They tell, not to hop on the soccer train for a second, but like, if you want to know why soccer hasn't taken off in the U.S., all you got to do is watch these games and realize it's so much better everywhere else that it's just a beautiful game. It's an awesome game when it's when the playing is up here.
Yeah.
I feel like the MLS is like a mid-major conference in college football. You know what I mean? It's like in the Sun Belt conference or something like that.
Yeah. So what was that one guy? I'm gonna butcher his name. Ibrahimovic or what's
Abramovich?
But Ibrahimovic, whatever. Yeah. And he was like, they were like, yeah, what about so and so? And he's like, oh yeah, he's he's all right. And he's like, yeah, but he's played and and he's done all this and he's got all these stats and And he goes, yeah, but where did he do all that? And then they're like, oh, he did it in MLS. And he's like, exactly.
Yeah.
That guy's not. He's basically saying he's not holding my jock strap.
And those guys are good, man. But Mbappe, you watch the skill of these guys. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway,
Hedge, most hockey friendly platform.
Yep.
Mike saying
some good. I think there were a couple other questions. Oh, Matty R asked again about photos. So Matt, when you go, let's say you just gonna throw a card out, 1988 Fleer Hakeem Olajuwon, and there's no picture. There's when you go to the card page, there's a little icon for users to hit, either submit a price or submit a photo. Ideally, we want a nice graded card image. It doesn't matter if it's PSA, SGC, any of the 5 that we track: PSA, BGS, SGC, CSG, HGA. And if there's none for whatever reason, if it's a nice raw copy that's nice and clean, there's not some blue background to it or something like that, we would potentially accept. Yeah, so there you go, where it says add photo right there. See where it says contribute?
Add image.
So that's for you guys, the people, to add an image. So grab it off eBay, grab it wherever. You got your own picture you want to use. Generally, we want something clean, nice and clear. We can't use a sideways image, so everything has to be vertical. And we obviously aren't posting anything with a PWCC logo or a ComC watermark. You know what I mean? Like the ComC watermark, and people put that. So we don't use that crap. But anything you want to do, knock yourself out.
We got Dan the Man in the house. What's up,
Dan the Man? We got some peeps on from Australia, man. You're big time over there.
Yeah, we do.
I feel like you're NSYNC, dude. If you went over to Australia, dude, everybody would go crazy.
It was I'm I'm not that big in the States, but I'm pretty big in China.
Yeah. Starberry.
That's right. Dude, why did he get so big in China? What was that all about?
Because he's nasty and he just couldn't keep his crap together in the States.
That's probably.
Who the hell's guarding him in China for real?
Nobody. Yeah, nobody. Exactly. Morocco was my favorite, dude. So it's funny how many people, personally, everybody's like, "Oh, I knew Morocco was gonna." It's like, did you though? I don't think anybody had Morocco.
Morocco was my favorite country at Epcot. Comment of the night.
Oh man, yeah, that's what we were just talking about.
At Epcot is the ATM.
Oh man, what did Grant say? The USC soccer is football fans see the Navy in the US game slow and dreadful.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I just don't think it's gonna. I mean, I don't know. There's especially if you go to at the college level and at the the little kids level and high school levels and all that stuff. There's a bunch of people playing it.
Shit ton.
I just don't think it's ever going to get to the professional level.
Yep. It could though. It could. You never say never, right? And I think Dan, I was just going to say, highlight that comment because it is a cultural thing to some degree. So but I'd make an argument that in 10 years, you could see soccer potentially more popular than baseball.
You think so?
If the right people are involved. See, the problem with soccer is this. When Julio Rodriguez comes up to the big leagues, he is the best player in the world at 20 years old, right? There's nobody better. Yeah. So that's what separates something like baseball. The top dudes in soccer are all overseas. So for us to watch it, we either have to record it, get up early on a Saturday morning, and that's the hard part. And you're not going to wrestle that away from the Premier League.
And to that point, I just think that the Americans, the American soccer, anybody who is into soccer that lives in the United States knows that the elite talent is not here, right?
Right.
So no matter what you're going to serve up in the MLS, a true soccer fan is going to know that there's nobody at Mbappe's level that's going to ever take the pitch in an MLS. And if they ever do, a la David Beckham, right? It's going to be at the bottom of their career, right?
Right. If there was a way for like some of these ML, like somehow for the MLS to become like either like a feeder system or some clubs to somehow become part of that whole like promotion of the Premier League or something like that,
Yeah.
dude, you could do it because it's not like a long flight from here to England, that could be something that maybe, but that's creative. I'm just making that up as I go.
Well,
I don't
it's
even
just
know.
like it's like the NFL doing the Mexico game,
Right. Yeah, they're not
right?
doing
Or the
that for
NBA doing the Mexico
right.
games, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I agree with you, and I never thought about it from that sense because when you said that right now, and when Dan mentioned that, I was thinking, well, that's actually a good point. Any true soccer fans that live in the States know where the elite talent is, and it's
Right.
not in the MLS.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you'll never get to a
That's
point
true.
where you're going to serve that up.
And I'm not serious about soccer overtaking baseball. I just so hate baseball right now because the Red Sox. So, anything I can do to shit on baseball, I'm
you know
doing
what?
it.
It's like you're shitting on the girl that shot you down at the bar. You know?
Yeah.
You know what? But you're not that hot anyway.
Yeah, I don't care if you're a 12 out of 10. You ain't that hot.
Always hurt, distraught.
All right, what else we got going on over here?
A lot of soccer talk. Oh, big Vic in the house.
Oh my God! All right, it's just gotten real, everybody.
Yeah. Big guy in the house. Victor in the house.
Everybody be on their best behavior.
Specialist. What's up, my man?
94, dude. Yeah, that lost to Brazil.
Where we at here? Where are you at here? Oh, I see.
You're right, Mike. You're right. Yep.
And that was over 25 years ago.
Jose, Card Hedge does have prices on raw cards. So we go from raw to graded in the 5 companies I mentioned, right? 5?
Yes, sir. PSA, BGS, SGC, CSG, HGA, and raw.
And then that little, go back to PSA. So like on the graded cards, you'll see this blue bubble here. That's going to give you the current raw price plus the current cost. And this actually has to be updated again because these grading companies decrease the prices.
Yeah.
But that'll give you what your like potential investment is raw and grading at one of those companies.
Yeah. So right off the bat,
we need to just change that.
Yeah, right off the bat. Let's just say that this was updated, but I mean the price is lower now, right? But
yeah,
if you bought the car raw for $4 and graded it with PSA and got a 10, there's your payout.
Yeah.
amount,
so
right?
what is it? What is it? How much is that car? Like $1? How much?
Raw?
See. Yeah. No. PSA 10.
Then a PSA 10, 887. This is a Penny Hardaway metal.
Yeah. So I mean, you're going to be in a different pricing tier at PSA for that.
Yeah.
But generally, hey, if it's $4 and you're doing the economy for 18, you're into it for 22. The cards that's selling for 100. That just gives you a quick reference of like how much profit you could potentially make.
But even a PSA 9
without having to think.
Yeah, PSA 9 is $80.
Right. So there you go. I mean, you get a 90. Right. So just another little thing to kind of give you a little bit of
info
when you're making decisions.
Yeah. And actually, what I'm scrolling through right now is my portfolio. So there's no reason there should not be images for any of this stuff because I should have uploaded them. So
yep, you're lazy.
Yeah, I'm being lazy. That's on me.
Oh, here's a great one. Scroll down on this one. Jay Wilson.
8:36
p.m.
Wilson.
Dude, so I have no idea on this one. I'm gonna let you talk because you kind of I think watch.
Okay, so I'll tell you guys. Okay, so this might be a little different for me because I'm a gearhead, right? I've been working on cars as long as I can remember. I'm a gearhead. I love cars, all cars. I love all cars. It doesn't matter, old, new, racers, muscle cars. I love them all. There's no car that you can't show me that I'm like that thing's a piece of crap because I love them all. There's no. So I've always been that. Prius has its space. Okay, I'll say it has its space, but it is.
That was a good save.
It's just. So I used to be in oil and gas. So for me, any electric car was like no way because you take money out of my pocket. But now that I'm not in oil and gas and I'm in tech now, like, all right. E-cars. But so I've always been into cars. I've always loved cars, and I got into to answer your question, Jay. Is I think the pandemic number one, and the Netflix series that's on the series that's on Netflix. That series is so well done that you really get to see. There's so much drama in F1 because
Really?
you have basically 10 teams, bro. And every team is owned by some billionaire somewhere. And that team is ran by a team principal, or like the coach in this case.
Yeah.
And that coach, 9 times out of 10, is just as crazy as the guys that get into these cars and do 90-degree turns at 200 miles an hour.
All right.
The amount of mental, like, you have to there's a borderline between crazy and, like, like genius. And
Yep.
these F1 drivers are on a completely different level, like the way these guys go. And then on top of that, you add the inter-team drama between both drivers, because every team has 2 drivers on the grid, and so they're always fighting with each other for a position within the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. Okay.
There's so much drama.
So what you're telling me is it's 90210 with cars.
Oh, dude, no. 90210 is like watching, a televangelist on a Sunday morning compared to this crap. There's just so many dynamics. And then on top of that, all of that has to do with how much money is that billionaire owner willing to spend on the team to make the car fast. And like these teams that are down at the bottom of the rung, like every now and then they'll come out and they'll win a race, and it'll just be like the craziest thing ever, because it's like, it's like the very last team taking out the team at the top. Upsets. It's just nuts, dude. The crashes, the communication, everything. And I think all of that came to light, and it's really well portrayed how dramatic and how exciting these races can be. It's really well portrayed in that Netflix documentary.
And I'll buy that, because the Last Dance fueled a lot of.
It did the exact same thing, right?
I don't know. I don't have anything intelligent to say about F1 other than I know I can't do it. So.
I love it, man. In the last 12 months, I've become such a fan. And I love it. I know all the drivers. I know, like, it's crazy. And then Audi is about to have a team that's going to come in 2026. And that's going to be, I'm going to jump on that Audi train from day one. And that's going to be my team, no matter what, no matter who they go with. That's going to be like, it's like basically like a, what do they call that? Expansion franchise.
Yeah.
Like jumping on it. That's what's happening. And I'm in all the way on Audi. So the drivers are pretty completely oblivious to the world.
Matty R's got a lot of questions here.
What happened to Pittsburgh and your boys at TGT Grading? Now, here's the thing. You and I both know what happened to them. We know where they are. We know what they're doing. And I've been trying to get, not Pittsburgh, but I've been trying to get Alan to come back on the channel. He came on recently, but we were just talking strictly basketball. We didn't talk any business. And somebody made a comment on one of my videos a while back about how they went out of business and how they're just like another one of those stories of people that were starting like a business and they didn't know what the hell they were doing and they went out of business. That is so far from the truth that I've been asked not to talk about it, in the sense that they want, like, that Alan and them, they want to come on and so we can have a good discussion about it, about what they're doing and what they're involved in. But I'll just say this, that they're no longer TGT and they're doing great within the hobby. They're doing some big things. And those of you who may or may not know what they're involved in now, it's massive. So, and we're also partnered up with them to an extent, which all that stuff will get, announcements will be coming out beginning of the year, in 2023, as we kick off 2023, and you guys will know a little bit more about what's going on with them. But trust me when I tell you that those boys had something going on that was special, and somebody came along and saw how special that was, and turned them into something great. So rest assured, they're doing just fine. Did y'all run a Black Friday special?
Yeah, we did. So if you go to sign up and pay, even right now, it's going to offer you 5 months. You get basically 6 months for the price of 5 months.
Yeah.
And the way the math works out is essentially it breaks down to like $10 a month, which is a sweet deal.
$10 a month instead of the 14 a month, right?
Right. Yep. And it doesn't limit you to anything. You get access to everything.
That's for everything, right? That's for the collection. It'll monitor your collection, all the card prices, card histories, all that stuff. But always remember, guys, you can jump on the card. You can jump on cardhedger.com for free, check comps, and was it the last 6 months, right, JD?
No, for free, 30 days.
30 days. The last 30 days of sales.
30 days.
If you just want to do a quick comp check on something, that's always available.
God, my nose is all stuffy. And right now, the way the card market's going, you really only need the last 30 to 60 days to kind of really
to kind of get an idea of what's going on.
Because everything's down in the long term. If you look 2 years back or whatever, everything's down from that stupidity.
Because 2020 is the start of our data set, right?
Yep. Excuse me.
Being a gearhead, don't you find F1 so sterile? It's so different these days compared to how raw it was 20 years ago. So ever since I've had this newfound infatuation with F1 over the last recent months, I've actually gone back because my cousin, shout out to my cousin Roger, he got into it maybe like a couple of months before I did. And then he's a big documentary watcher. So we've been watching like all kinds of documentaries about like Senna and like what's the other guy that was with Mercedes, Niki Lauda and all those guys from like the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Like, those guys were complete maniacs. I mean, they were just dying like every other race. Like people were it was insane, man. It was like so raw. And I do agree. There's some sterility to what's happened with like a lot of the things. But if you think about one of the big things that they made for safety was the halo on the top. And just last season, Zhou Guanyu would have died this past season had that halo not been there. So while I agree that there's been some kind of like bubble wrapping of F1, I'm all for it as long as it's for safety, and as long as it's meant to keep the drivers alive in big accident type situations. But and then you can never fight technological advances with all these hybrid cars and all the aerodynamics and the DRS. Now they're going to put in DRS to actually slow down cars. They're talking about doing that business. So there's all kinds of stuff going on. But Rush, great movie. Great movie. I know you're looking right now at JD. That's looking like much like I look like whenever he's talking baseball.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. DRS. What is that?
Dude, I'm telling you, it's just here's what I would suggest to everybody. If you've never seen F1, you've never watched F1, do two things. Watch the F1 movie Rush, which is what Dan's talking about. It's a great movie. Who's the guy that's in it? The big Australian guy that plays Thor. Chris Hemsworth or one of the Hemsworths? But all those guys are freaking like genetic. I don't know. They won the freaking genetic lottery, all those guys. But the oldest one, Chris Hemsworth, he plays not Niki Lauda. He plays the other guy. I can't remember what the other guy's name is. But that's a great movie, and that kind of talks a lot about where kind of F1 started and how raw it used to be. And then watch at least the first 3 episodes of the first season of the F1 show on Netflix. I keep forgetting the name of it. I think it's called Drive to Survive.
Drag reduction. Thank you.
Yeah, so
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I'm like, I don't understand it. I have a pickup truck.
Yeah. So there's certain zones within the racetrack where you can actuate a button that opens up your wing and reduces the amount of drag, and it acts sort of like a booster.
So like Tokyo drifting around the corner or something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, hitting the old good old NOS button, right?
Yeah.
But it's all aerodynamics. And so there's certain sections within the racetrack that are called DRS zones that you can open up your DRS and then possibly overtake. It's good for like an additional, like, I think they said 12 to 16 miles per hour. Like you can like just zoom.
Oh, really?
Quick. It's dope, man. But anyway, so the thing is if you guys are not into F1 and it sounds interesting, or you're into cars like I was, watch Rush and then watch the first couple of episodes of the first season of Drive to Survive on Netflix, and I promise you'll be hooked. James Hunt, that's the other guy.
What's the last movie you watched?
I just watched Moneyball last night.
Yep.
I love that movie. I could watch that movie a million times.
Yeah, me too. I watched it 300 times.
Yeah. And then the other one that I can watch a gabajillion times is Devil Wears Prada. I've watched that one like a bajillion times. Don't snark at me, okay? The cast on that is just it's amazing. And then the other one to regain some manliness here is Shooter. I can watch Shooter a million
Shine
times.
this bright light in my eyes.
Oh man, but yeah, I just watched.
You go
Moneyball
from
last night.
drag reduction system and sounding all wicked smart
wicked smart.
to Devil Wears Prada.
Devil Wears Prada. Why, dude?
All
just
right.
look at the lineup on Devil Wears Prada. I mean, Tucci. I love Tucci. I love Stanley Tucci. He's one of my favorite actors.
So all right, I gotta throw this out there. 2 things I've just watched. If you haven't watched the latest Top Gun Maverick, you need to. When we're done with this, everybody needs to get off and go watch that.
My brother's been trying to get me to watch that for months. He says it's one of the greatest movies ever.
It's awesome. And then for those of you that are Rambo fans, it's like the second to last Rambo where he's in like Cambodia or something, and he had my man. No, it's not First Blood. It's like I don't know what it's like. Rambo, like just watch out.
Oh yeah, just Rambo. I think it's just Rambo.
Yeah. Dude, that dude, most kills ever in a movie. Like I've seen it 50 times, and I'm still in awe of the amount of people he mows. It's fake, I know, but like the amount of people he mows down on the back of a truck with some huge ass gun is insane. Like thousands of people. Like
that's hilarious.
Like greatest. It's like higher than RoboCop kill count. Like just insane. Like anyway, I had to change it from
2008
Prada.
2008 is when that movie came out.
What, Devil Wears Prada?
No, Rambo.
Oh, yeah,
that's the one in Cambodia.
The guys in the chat are like, "What the hell? These guys really talking about Devil Wears Prada?"
You asked me what movies I watched. That's
the viewers went from like 20 to 4.
No, the viewership shot up. We got the ladies in here now. Oh yeah.
Hey, someone asked about Zion's dunk. I think it was Matt. I'm 100% okay with that dunk.
What dunk? Recent?
Yeah, last night I think he did like they beat the Suns and he like right at the end of the game went down on a break 360 windmill jam and then like a little bit of fake fighting at the end and
really
yeah
I gotta see this.
And then he explained like they asked him about it and he's like, yeah, a little out of character for me, but they kicked our ass last year in the playoffs and I didn't get to play and this, that, and the other thing. And I liked it. I liked it. It was a little bit of like, hey, I'm here,
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, that mofo can play. Zion's
the real deal, man.
He is nasty. Like I hope he stays healthy, man, because he's fun to watch.
I see what's going on here. Oh, they got a little mad because they were getting blown out.
They get they're a little whatever. I have no problem with that. No problem at all.
Yeah, but who was it that was jawing him? Number 15. Who's that?
Like Alperen Şengün Jr.? I don't know.
No. Payne. Who's this? Payne. He just got mad because he got mashed on. I don't have a problem with any of this, JD. What do you think?
Me either. I hope you know what? I hope the next game it happens again.
End of the game. He's at home.
You go to an NBA game to see some nasty dunks, right?
I don't have no problems with this.
I don't understand why these guys
are
all
guy's in his feelings. Yeah, this guy's in his feelings. Look, nobody else had a problem with it either.
And like, give me a break, Chris Paul.
Yeah,
fake tough guy.
Nah, I don't got a problem with that.
Not me either. Neither. That's like
I say dunk on him again, Zion.
Yeah, Dan, I agree, man. I don't understand how people get mad at that. Like, I swear to God, I hope he breaks the backboard next time. Like that just pansy, total chooch. That's a total chooch. Thank you.
That's a chooch move. Being angry at that's a chooch move.
That is an accurate usage of the term chooch. That's right. Is a friggin' chooch move.
I got no problem with any of that.
Yeah, you know what, Mike? If Zion, the dunk contest was like February. There's nothing going on, right? It's cold everywhere. It's like where I live, it's snowing and sucks, and it's just awful. It's the only thing you look forward to is that dunk contest.
Yeah,
and it's like the last couple of years, it's been like,
there's no more stars, JD.
The big guns need to do the dunk contest.
Nobody wants to do it anymore. They're
what the
all.
hell?
I don't know, man. I think it's so silly. Like that was the whole reason. Like that was the whole reason that whole event was immoralized, man. Is
Yeah.
because it was
No one
the
cared
best
about the
of the.
All-Star
It's
game.
All-Star week.
Right.
It's supposed to be the All-Stars.
But no one gives a crap about the game. Everybody is basically there for the dunk contest.
The dunk contest and the 3-point shootout. I would say those
Blake
two are
Griffin had a
probably
cool one there, like whatever that was, 10, 15 years ago when he came in the league and he jumped over the car. Like,
Yeah,
that was
that was
badass.
all right. Yeah.
And by the way, he's balling for the Celtics right now. You know, he's I get it, he's 38 or 5 or whatever the hell he is, 33, but he's playing well. He's playing well.
Oh, exactly, Mike. Mike says him, Levine, Ja. Can you imagine Ja in the dunk contest?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
my
God. Dude, Chris Paul is the biggest fraud in basketball. That's great.
Yeah.
That's a great comment.
I used to be a Chris Paul fan. He's another chooch. I'm not a big fan of him either anymore. Yeah, like Matt says, of course CP3 is upset.
I'd be more upset, like if going back to that Scottie Pippen dunk with Patrick Ewing, like that should incite a riot. You know what I mean? Like not that at the end of the game.
Well, not to keep talking about Şengün, but that Şengün dunk, he smashed on boy so hard that he fell down and like
the guy was like, he's like,
he whiplashed his head onto the ground.
Yep.
Like those are serious dunks, man. You know, in game. Yep. And then I think wasn't he talking crap to Spike Lee after? Oh, like here we go. Scottie Pippen dunks on Patrick Ewing, and then
show that everybody get ready to get fired up.
Oh man, this was such a good.
This gets me fired up every time.
Come on, play after ad. There we go.
All right, here we go. This is so awesome.
Look at this. Get out of here with that crap.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
Watch Pippen. Watch Pippen. Hey,
oh, yeah.
Get off me, son. That just would not fly in today's game.
There he was talking shit to Spike.
Well, talking shit to Spike Lee.
God, that was awesome. I remember watching that live, dude. I was like 12, 13 years old. I was losing my mind.
I remember recently where I think it was Kevin Hart that was at a game, and then where they were playing against the Rockets, and Harden was playing with the Rockets. Have you heard this story?
No.
So Harden was playing with the Rockets, and you know, Rockets Harden was a completely different animal. That guy was putting up 50 points like it was Sunday afternoon. And so Kevin Hart they were playing Philadelphia. Kevin Hart was on the floor and he was talking crap to James Harden because they were winning. And I think that's the game where Harden ended up putting up 50 points that night and blowing out Philly after the game. And so at the whole night, Kevin Hart was talking smack, and then Harden turns it up, starts beating the crap out of the Philly. And then Harden turns around and looks at Kevin Hart and goes, "Hey, tell your team what you did to him."
Yeah.
Go ahead, tell your team what you just did to him. And just completely shut everybody up.
Yeah.
He ended up putting up like 50 points that night, which was insane. I told Spike to sit his ass down.
Dr. J, you know, for those of you that are basketball fans, like dirt dogs like myself that just love it, right? Like there's a podcast, Bill Simmons, it's called The Book of Basketball. It's done by beat writer up here in Boston, Jackie McMullen, who's a longtime NBA journalist, whatever, anchor on TV, yada yada yada. And it goes through like from the start, like kind of like, I forget what the hell episode 1 is, but like just goes through and like talks about Dr. J and how he paved the way for Michael Jordan to become what he, like Dr. J was the first guy with endorsements and this and that, and like talked with Michael and this, you know, like it was crazy. Like, I never knew that crap. And then it's just really cool. Like it goes through the, like, you know, Jordan, Bird, Magic, Kobe, Shaq, you know, what the hell, Tim Duncan, like really, if you're a basketball fan,
what's it called?
The Book of Basketball. It's a podcast. There's like 9 episodes. You'll listen to it in like 2 days tops.
Book of Basketball.
Yeah.
The Book of Basketball Oh, okay, yeah. So there's one, and then there's another one that's the Book of Basketball 2.0.
Yeah, 2.0.
That's the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Book of Basketball 2.0. Yeah, it's like it's a 9
Yeah.
episode
Yep.
podcast.
Yep.
I'm gonna check that out.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, Vince Carter dunk contest was nasty too.
Yeah, yeah, with the hand and the inside. Oh yeah, that
Yep.
was. And what do you do? The 360 against the grain with the
Yep.
slam at the end of it.
Yeah. Yep.
But
Yep.
I think somebody mentioned it here. Like, there's no more. I mean, really, there's no more dunks. Oh, here goes Daniel. There's no more ideas for new dunks. It's all been done before.
Yeah.
You know, like you
But you
really
know
gotta,
what though? Like even without the new dunks, just some of the stuff, like just having some of the names in there, right?
Yeah, I think that's the point, right? The point is that it's not so much the dunks themselves. It's seeing the LeBron James and the the Jaws and the the
Right.
Zions and the Levines and the Tatums
Yep.
and the those guys, the Giannis and the to watch those guys dunk. You know
Right.
what I mean?
I just don't know, like some of those guys, right? I mean, I know they're studs. Giannis is 6'11". What the hell kind of dunks
Yeah,
is he doing? You know what I mean?
But you get what I'm saying, though. Like
Yeah, no, I know
also are, like,
exactly what you're
big
saying.
names, you know?
Ja would definitely move the needle.
Ja would for sure. Levine, I think, would too.
Yep.
Anthony
Yep.
Edwards, I think somebody mentioned
I
Anthony
think
Edwards.
Jaylen Brown
Jaylen
for the
Brown is
Celtics.
another one. Yep.
You know, there's a lot of guys. I mean, you could pick a guy off every team.
I'm gonna tell you
Probably.
who else is
Alperen
a beast.
Şengün?
No.
Oh.
No, because my man's a post player. He's a big
Oh.
body in the post. And he's got beautiful footwork. That's how he makes
Great hair and an
great hair,
unbelievable smile.
chiseled jawline.
Yeah. He's a Coles model.
No, Kenyon Martin Jr. Who's on the Rockets.
Yep.
Dude, that guy, his hops are ridiculous. He is like known for blocking these big centers and like these big guys that are like 2 feet over him, and he's still out there just mashing on them.
Yep.
Bay Area guy, what's up, man? Glad you were able to join us. Jock could probably move the needle again. They had $2 million purse for the winner. That's interesting.
3-point line.
Put a trampoline on the 3-point line. They used to have a mascot 3-point dunk contest, didn't they? Remember that?
Yeah.
They used to do that. They don't do that kind of stuff no more. Dude, I'm seeing to kind of get back on some hobby topic.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm seeing a lot of people questioning whether or not it was a good idea to submit to CSG.
Really?
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of it. I've gotten some DMs of some people that watched our episode where you were talking about your experience, and they were saying that they're seeing the exact same thing. After I posted this one video where we were talking about the NDA or the gag order that they put on my boy Ty, there's a lot of comments there where a lot of people are talking about, man, that's one of the reasons why, like I stopped grading with PSA and I went to SGC or CSG. And anybody that said that they started grading with CSG, I've asked the question like, hey, how why did you grade with them? And a lot of people were like, oh, I was just looking to flip some cards, but I can't move any of my stuff. Right. And I'd say I've asked maybe about 6 people in the comments, and then like I've had maybe about 5 or 6 people DM me, kind of the same thing, right? Like, yeah, man, I saw your video on the NDA that they made Ty, or they sent to Ty so he can get his money. That's why I don't grade with them. I grade with CSG. And I'm like, oh, well, why do you grade with CSG as opposed to SGC? And they said, oh, it's price, and then I like their slab, but I can't move it, like And then a lot of people are running into the same exact thing that you're running into with like, hey, I'm having a like I sent this to CSG because it was like $15 to grade at a time where everybody was 50. And I got my card back. I got a great grade, 9, 5, 10, right? And now I'm looking to maybe move it for something else. And, people are just completely sneering at my CSG.
Yeah, and it's like, I did have a couple of CSG bigwigs follow my channel too, which I was like, oh, wow. I'm like, I'm a nobody. Like, I don't know why anybody's following me.
Man?
I appreciate everybody that follows me, like the normal, like the guys in the chat and whatnot, like people that like I know are like busting my balls for the right reasons. But like, I don't know, I'm a nobody. I don't want to be a somebody. I like to be a nobody. But anyway, It's not like I said in that episode, they have a lot of things working for them. The slab is money. The label change was, I thought, phenomenal. The grading system change was like, yeah, all right, you're copying, I get it, but
Probably
it makes sense
warranted,
to me because
yeah.
I like that better
Yeah.
than like the 910 crap. But they don't sell. They don't, and
Yeah.
I can't. I said it 100 times. Like, I flip cards, not all the time, but like if I send in 10 cards to SGC, 30% of that order is PC, and
Yeah.
then 70% I'm trying to sell to
You're
go
trying to
buy
move.
more. I'm a maniac collector, so like
Yeah.
I don't want to be spending like crazy amounts of money like I have been on cards. I want to take these boxes back here and like grade that stuff
Yeah.
and
Slab it
sell
up.
it instead
Yeah.
of I'm like, oh, I have to go buy more boxes.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
cards everywhere right now. It's a problem.
Yeah, but
Um,
I mean, so we all go through this, right? We all go through this situation where, and I'm going through this now, right? Where I have two. Shout out to Card Capsule. I have two of these massive Pelican cases full of slabs, right?
yeah.
And a lot of those slabs, I want to move so that I can thin out the herd for one, thin out the collection of slabs that I have, and then put that money into like a big card, like a big Elijah Wan game worn autograph or something like that,
Or a Shangoon.
or a Shangoon. But I can't do it. Don't get me started on that because it's gonna piss me off that I will never have a Shangoon RPA.
That's not true.
That's entirely true.
No, it's not.
How?
Here's why.
Explain to me how I'm gonna have a Shangoon
I'm gonna
RPA.
explain it to you. Okay, you live in Houston.
Okay, all right, I know where you're going.
You go to the game.
Yeah.
You're sitting there. You're like, oh my god, look, Devil Wears Prada, Alfred Shangoon, I love you. And he comes over, and you're putting your chapstick on, and you got your hair all friggin' nice. You probably got some gator skin shoes on, right? And you're like, Alperin, can I please get your jersey? Blah blah blah. I'm your biggest fan. And he gives you his jersey, and you go home and cut a piece of that,
off and put it in,
and do like all the other shady bastards, and put it in an NT card. There you go.
Let me rephrase my statement, you chooch. A licensed RPA.
Right. Yeah, no, yeah, you can't. You're right. But
so wait, all of that just to agree with me at the end.
You can, you know what I mean? Hey, you can get it.
Look,
put it on
I can
your
rig up
purse.
some shit. You're absolutely right.
Do you have a Merce?
I do.
Wow.
I do. It's
this you know what?
It's not like a very vulgar Merce. It's like a backpack, like a little crossbody backpack that I used to carry my kids.
That's different. That's different.
Yeah. That's but hold on though. That's where it came from. I was completely against carrying any kind of purse, right? Any kind of man purse. I used to make fun of guys that used to do that. All right. But here's what happened. And you know this well because you have multiple children. Okay.
And I don't have a purse.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna tell you why you don't have a purse in a second. I'm gonna tell you why I carry my backpack, my mini backpack everywhere I go. Number one, you have children, so you know that first child, you always carried that big diaper bag around, right?
Yeah,
the first one.
Yeah, I think
then
so.
The second one, you learn and you know now what the essentials are, right?
Third one, I just sprayed off with a hose.
So the third one, I got down to a bag about the size of a book, roughly. That's what I have, and all that's in there. Back when my kids were wearing diapers, was a very thin pack of wipies and a diaper. That's it.
Yep.
That's all I had in there. Okay. And so when my kids got out of diapers, I was like, this is a really good spot for me to conceal carry my Second Amendment tool.
That's a great call.
And it just had the That's a good one. But it's for me it's very convenient. I have my phone in there, I have a knife in there, I have my we'll call it a firearm. I don't know if if YouTube is going to flag it for that, but whatever.
Oh, Jesus. Here we go.
Because we can carry here in the state of Texas, and I'm licensed and all that stuff, so I always carry. And it's a lot easier to carry inside that than it is to carry on my waist. So, and I'm a hefty guy, so I don't like holsters and crap like that. So,
all right. That is so like
the main reason why I carry a man purse, if you want to call it that.
So like outside of all of the, like, I don't have a gun. I don't have actually I do have a couple knives, but I fish. So like I have a knife on me when I fish, and um, around here too, like Texas, about like everybody knows about this. You got wildlife everywhere, right?
Yeah, of
So
course.
like up here, man, we have this massive coyote problem.
We have a pig problem.
Yeah, though you get the wild boars thing.
The
That's
wild
different.
boars.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
And so like the coyote population up here is like, it's insane. Like they basically like sanction people. Like they're like bounties on coyotes. So you hear
Really?
pop, pop. Oh yeah. So anytime I go out fishing, I always have like multiple size knives on me because I'm like, I don't know what the
You
fuck's
never know.
coming through the woods.
Yeah.
But then I didn't mean to drop the F-bomb either, people, but it's just sometimes shit happens. But anyway, let's see. What I was gonna say was, I don't even know what I was gonna say.
Jay says, "Hope I would kiss him and forget the auto."
Yeah, he'd just be like this.
I've actually been pretty close to Shangoon, so that did. Oh man, good stuff. Man.
I don't even know what I brought up the Merce about. What the hell were we talking about?
We were talking about how did you end up asking me if I carry a Merce?
I don't know, because I just picture you now at a Rockets game with like gator skin shoes on and your chapstick
no, because we were talking about the Shangoon patch. How I would ask for the patch. I don't know how you went into a man purse with that. Listen, man, if it's one thing you'll learn about me, I have zero ego when it comes to anything that I do, because I give zero F's about.
Yeah, but all right. So, but I get that, because I'm with you. But like, I feel like when you go the Merce route, and it's like matching your Armani suit. And
no.
That's not too much for me.
No, sir. I have one that is dusty and I've had it for a couple of years now. My oldest kid is 4 now. She's gonna be 4, so that's how long I've had it.
All right. Here's another question.
Yeah, listen, dude.
I got to ask you this question. I have to ask you this question, because this is going to make or break our relationship. So think very hard before you answer this. Do you have a fanny pack?
No.
Oh,
I don't have one. I used to have one.
I saw a kid back in the day get beat to a bloody pulp by a fanny pack.
I used to have one. But that's when and that was gonna be, I was like, can I fit a diaper in here? And just like kind of sling it over my but you can't. So it's not
over your shoulder.
Yeah, it's just like sling it over my shoulder, like just roll like that. Because I was tired of carrying the diaper bag. But it's not very realistic. It's not very realistic at all. Let me see here. I'm trying to see if I can show you something kind of similar to what I got here. Okay, here we go. Look, check this out. This is what I have.
No, that's not bad.
This is what I have. This is what I have. Just like this.
I you know what? I would wear that.
That's what I have. That's what I call my man purse.
All right, so that's not really a man purse.
Okay, well that's
Google Merce or man purse or something. See what comes up, because we gotta. Sorry, everybody.
Hey, this is what you get, man, when you join us. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking this. I know. You know what? I know exactly what you're thinking when you say man purse, and I'm gonna. Pull it up
I need closure on this.
Hold on, and I'm gonna pull it up, and then that way, and you're gonna tell me. You're gonna tell me. I know what you're thinking when you think man purse, and when you think man purse, this is what you're thinking. You're thinking this.
Yes.
That is not how it goes, sir.
You know what? I can. All right. So, and you brought this scene up, like going back to that Rockets game while you're waiting for Shangoon. I can see you standing there going, "Who let the dogs out? Who? Just like,
it's not a man purse. It's a satchel.
It's a satchel. Yeah,
it's a satchel. Indiana Jones.
So no offense to anybody that wears one of those, but I don't know. I ain't wearing one.
Listen, man. It's for me. It's for utility. I have,
You have a backpack.
Yeah, I have a very small
cross-chest
backpack. Yeah, that's exactly what I have.
You don't have a man purse.
If I ever need to grab something, I just sling it around, dig through it, grab what I need to grab, sling it back around, and It's good to
Yeah,
go.
that's different. That's different.
Yeah. No, I don't have anything like this.
All the dads in the chat know what the hell we're talking about. You know what I mean? Like you go on a family vacation, your wife has like that diaper bag that's got like it's like a nuclear fallout shelter, and you're like, I'm not carrying that shit.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I got my stuff. I got my headphones. I got my wallet,
bro.
and I'm good.
So the other thing that's an essential that I carry in there is a portable charger with a USB-C and then a lightning charger for my iPhone, which has saved the day on multiple occasions. I can't even tell you how many times that thing has been a godsend. And then it's got a slot for my my wallet because I carry a very small wallet. This is my I have it.
Yeah,
so
here's mine.
So I don't have anything too crazy. Yeah, so you know what's up. And then and then some other accoutrement that I have to keep in there. And now that my kids are out of diapers, it's nothing else.
All right. That's enough diaper talk.
That's enough.
Let's talk cards. Let's talk cards now.
So we were talking about CSG.
CSG. Yeah.
And we were talking about, how ultimately you want to thin out your collection and move it into something else, which if you are in a slab that is not necessarily accepted hobby wide as having value and adding value, you're going to have a tough time trying to recover some value out of it. And in your experience, you couldn't even move them
couldn't even trade them.
Couldn't trade them, couldn't do anything. And that's a problem. And Dan had a really good comment up here, which I highlighted, which he said, CSG's pockets are deep. They're going to stubborn the hobby into submission. CSG and SGC are my two preferred right now.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't disagree with that at all.
They have a lot going for them. Like they've paid attention to all the stuff either people have been bitching about on YouTube or on Twitter or Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Like they've listened.
Yeah.
And I respect that. And I really like that.
Yeah, same.
But we've talked about it a ton and everybody in the chat has their own opinion on it. Right. But no one's knocking off the stranglehold PSA has on the market, right? It's not going to happen.
No, ever. I agree.
And if it does, it'll be like celebrating the end of World War II. You know what I mean? Like people will be kissing in the streets. Omar will be kissing everybody around his neighborhood. It'll be a day, right? But
yeah, for sure.
Think about the content that oh my God, if that ever happened. Anyway, but so I have a new theory. I'm testing a hypothesis live as of 9:00 this morning, Eastern Standard Time in the old United States of America. I have a new eBay scam that I think is going on by eBay.
Oh, like you have found?
I think.
Okay.
I think I'm testing it out.
Okay, gotcha.
So everybody, I think, in the chat would agree. The market is, as far as pricing, as like resale, the prices are down across the board. Everybody agrees with that statement. But you and I talk each week, and cards are still moving. It's not like they're not moving.
Volume-wise, they're moving. Yeah.
Yep. But I noticed on eBay, I've got, some popular players and nice grades and raw cards and sitting there that are like Panini Immaculate type crap. No views.
No views.
No views. Things have been up for about 5-6 days. I have.
And you got it on a 30-day, right?
No, I have it on. I just have it on buy it now, so it just resets. Whatever.
Yeah.
So no views. So I was like, that's interesting. Like these are guys, John Morant, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like
cards that should at least be getting some views.
Yeah, a couple views. I'm 3, 2, 1. I don't know, 1 view.
Yeah.
So then this morning I said to myself, you know what? eBay peppers you with that friggin' promote it now crap. Right? They want you to promote your listings like a mofo.
And it's like $1, right? It's like
no, my friend. It is a percentage of the list price. So the higher you list, the more of a percentage you're given to eBay. So I said to myself, and for the guys that know me and watch my channel and all that crap, I promoted all the listings today. I went back an hour later, miraculously, not tons, but 3, 4, 5 views. All of a sudden, some watchers, getting some interaction going. And I'm saying to myself, I think they got some code they put in there where here you go. You know what I mean? and again, I'm not trying to be Johnny conspiracy theory thing, but I'm just, I don't know.
You know, I love me a good conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah, it's just interesting. You know, any way to, the whole thing of like, I saw it pop up. It's like this one never dies. It'll simmer for a little bit, but like the old final value fee, like some people are just the light bulbs just going off in their head.
That's a scam.
That the final value fee is not off the $50 you listed for. It's the $50 plus the tax you collect, plus the shipping that you charge.
Yeah.
Then they charge you your final value fee. What?
And that's not a listing fee, right?
What?
You pay your listing fee, right?
Well, if you have a store, you pay next to nothing on a listing fee.
But still, right?
But you know what I mean? So
you
the tax.
You tell me where that money goes. Where does that money go? Where does the final
eBay.
value fee go?
eBay.
Because
eBay.
PSA,
Christmas party.
PayPal's getting their cut for the transaction of the money.
There's no PayPal guy. eBay is their own.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
They control everything.
Yeah.
eBay is a total closed loop system. Like
you
it
choose
is all
an ad
in-house.
rate between 2% and 100% of the item's total sale amount. The higher the ad rate, the higher the possibility of ad placement, leading to increased visibility. Suggested ad rates are calculated based on the variety of factors such as attributes, seasonality, past performance, and current competition for each of your listings. You will only be charged when a buyer clicks one of your ads and then buys that item within 30 days.
Yeah, Bobbles, I've had a couple of those lately too, man, where like last week or the week before I sold the card, it had no views, one watcher, and then it sold. I was like, what the hell? So yeah, I've been seeing that too. I just think there's some funky stuff going on.
PSA will always be number
registry.
one. Yep, registry.
Agreed. I'm
CSG
not arguing that.
Registry. Yeah.
Yep.
So Dan's saying no views for at least 5 or so months.
That long, yeah. Wow. So I haven't had a problem like with any of that until recently. Like normally I put stuff up, and again, because I'm selling stuff cheap, less than most of the time $150. It generally moves pretty quick, whether it's on my slabs or it's on eBay. And I just happen to notice, like,
where do you list in terms of like if comps is at $100 for a card, what are you listing it at?
So right now,
yeah,
it depends, man. Like if it's just a base card, like I'm either trying to match the last price or that's where I'm at. Like that to me, like I always think about like I gotta hold the line. So like if the if the card's selling for $40-$50, I'm putting my card at $40-$50.
Yeah, I got you. But you accept offers too, right, on your stuff, right?
On some, if I go to like a couple $100 card, I accept offers.
Gotcha.
And I'll have like again, I know where my profit's at, and
right. You know what you're into it.
But a lot of times too, like you get, people are just fishing. They want to pay the cheapest price possible and things like that. But it just kind of something I've been paying attention to now. Like I want to see what the hell's going on. I'd be curious to see if I get a few sales this week.
Look at the last 30 days on the Zion rookie card. $619. I mean, 619 cards moved in the last 30 days of this base.
Zion. Yeah. He's hot. But there's 22,000 PSA 10s now.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
So click on John's sports card and collectibles comment. That's a good one too. So he's seeing the same thing.
Oh, hold up. We got big bobbles in the house tonight.
Yep.
Don't pay attention to the views. I'm getting watchers on stuff.
Yeah, I've seen that.
How is that possible?
I don't know. I've had it too.
In order to watch it, right?
Yeah, but if you see his next comment, like it's like if they have to like click on it.
What's listed without?
Because I wonder, like, if you're on the app and you can hit the little heart thing.
Yeah, you can do that.
So.
Yeah, I forgot you can do that. Yeah, because
I do that a lot. I'll hit the heart and then I'll go back and look
exactly.
and see and
without even looking at, because you already know what it is, right? John Morant base Prism at PSA 10. Right. PSA 10 is a PSA 10, right? You don't need to look at the card to I guess watch it. So that makes sense. I have a consignments like not moving a PSA slab. Sorry, you want me to go to John's?
Yeah, he's seeing the same thing.
have 0 views. Some have no views, but watchers. I have every single
Yeah,
item promoted as well as
I
people in
wondered if
comments.
there's something like, I mean, let's be real. Up until what, 2021-ish, eBay was not really responsive to the old card community.
Yeah, yeah,
And all of a sudden, they, like everybody else, tried to get their piece of the pie, and
yeah.
you know,
But
uh,
even though they weren't promoting, like even though they weren't like really pushing card sales on eBay, they were still the best place to go get cards, right?
oh yeah,
And it
yeah,
wasn't until the pandemic that they were like, "Oh, this is interesting.
right,
Let's
yep,
really put some attention and some
yep,
dollars behind this."
yep,
So many
yep. And
similarities between eBay and PSA.
eventually, all things lead back to eBay. You
Yeah, for
know,
sure. No matter what.
it's tough. It's an interesting hobby, right? Because like Bobbles and I were talking about this the other night. There's a site we use, buysportscards.com. I did a video on them. I had the CEO on my channel. I really like the idea of it. You can sell your cards cheap, no listing fee, no seller fee.
Buysportscards.com.
The customer service has been outstanding, but like the whole shipping thing they get going on right now is a cluster. And you like I'm listing, and I know Bobbles is doing the same thing, so I'm going to use his name. But like I've said this before, like this piece of crap Bryce Terang card, like I don't want this in my house, so I put it up for a quarter, and
What?
yeah. But
A
the problem
quarter?
is, yeah, the problem is this: if you go on my thing and you buy like 50 of my cards, and I don't have my shipping set right, you're paying like $1 for shipping, and then I got to eat. If I sell 50 cards and it's $10 total, 425 is going to shipping, at least at that amount of orders. It's like a ComC competitor to some degree about selling cheap cards without having to have the middleman of ComC. That's the best way to describe it.
Interesting.
But until they get the shipping thing figured out, like I can't turn my listings off. I don't think. Um, yeah, right to Shengun.
You know it,
Uh,
baby.
is it Shengun or Sengun?
It's some weird Turkish pronunciation that I don't care to butcher.
All right.
I don't want to disrespect my guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the shipping part, they agreed they have to give you different options, and it should be automatic too. Like if I sell you one card, I should have. If I want to sell one card to you for $1 shipping, that should be automatic. After like I don't know 3, 4, whatever, it's got to go to either you do first class or you're doing priority. There's no in between. You know what I mean? Like,
I gotcha.
and that's not there yet. So it's like it's a pain in the booty.
So this is interesting because wouldn't you want, like, for example, if you saw a card that I was selling that you wanted and you were like, "Hey, I
Yeah.
want to get more cards from this guy. Let me see what else he's got so I can combine some
Yeah.
shipping." That would be the
Yeah.
main thing here, I would assume, right?
What do you mean?
Yeah, like because you just mentioned like for example, this guy right now that I'm looking, he's his name is Emilio Pucci, which is funny.
Yeah, if you click on his name right there, you should be able to go to his listing, I think.
So he's got a Shingun for sale, right? He's got this one Shingun for sale. He's asking $4.50 plus
Yep.
$2 shipping. So if
Yep.
I want to, this is interesting. They actually have a condition. I don't like that.
Yeah, that's new.
I don't like that. That can be very deceiving.
Yep.
I
And
don't
the
think.
other thing that's like not is a little odd, maybe backwards to some degree.
Mhm.
For raw images, you don't have to put up a picture. A lot of times they have a stock image. So where I feel like you should have a picture for a raw card, you have to have one for a graded card. So
Yeah, I
why,
see what you're
you
saying.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yep.
um, it's just
It's
a
a great
weird.
concept though because
It is, but it just like anything
it
else,
needs some
right? Like
refining, right?
it
Like a
needs
little,
a little
yeah,
bit,
yeah.
and these guys are good. They're on, like if you email them and you're like, hey man, like I'm having and I did this. I'm like the shipping thing, like, dude, that's our number one priority right now. We're working on that. It takes
We
a
need
little
to
bit of
reach out
time
to this
to,
guy. I'd love to have him on.
yeah, I talk to him quite a bit.
Let's
So
do that because
um
I think this concept is very interesting because Listen, there's 44 people in this watching us right now. All of us have a stack of cards that's sitting off to the side, maybe in shoebox, like the the little storage cases and stuff like that, that we just have sitting there that we're not doing anything with. That list them here, and you get a couple bucks every week or something like that. Some you sell a 10, 15, 20 quarter cards. Hey man, that's $5, $10, 20
Well, the
bucks.
other downside that I think sellers don't like is they pay out like if you had an Amazon store, so it's not
Gotcha.
immediately hitting your account.
But you're
Or
doing all
it's
the work ahead of time,
you're
right?
doing all the work. You're either entering your card. They have a nice bulk upload feature. You can upload thousands of cards kind of quick, right?
Really?
But the payout piece. So let's say you got $50 of sales, you're not getting that for 10 days.
So school me
So
on something. ComC, I
yeah,
literally just send them a stack of cards and they do all the work, right?
yeah,
That's kind of how that works.
yep. They scan it, they sell it, they package it, whatever, they ship it,
They ship
and they
it.
take a fee for it.
They take a cut.
So if you like, I mean, realistically, yeah, I could do the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of like the sitting around on a Friday night kind of thing, and I get an hour
Yeah,
or
yeah,
two,
yeah.
and I list some cards and move on with my life. But it's just the shipping needs options for
The
sure,
shipping
and
thing
the
needs
payout
options.
thing I'm fine with. Like I don't necessarily need that money right away,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
can see like if someone's putting their cards up and they're running a shop or they're doing it as a business and whatever to pay the bills, you know. But again, if you're running an Amazon store or something like that, it's no different than any, I
Yeah.
guess eBay's the only one that really you wait a day or two and your money's in your account.
Yeah. So Amazon has an
Or
option,
Facebook.
right? Like if you want to sell stuff to them, they have an option where you can send it to them and they'll warehouse it for you and they're going to take a cut. Or they'll just list it for you and then you ship it once you make the sale. Right. And I feel
Yep.
like these two companies, like ComC and this BSC, they're kind of both of those situations, right?
Yeah.
Like with ComC, I'm sending it straight to them. They're warehousing it, they're scanning it, all that crap, and then I don't have to worry about anything. I just get a check in the mail or whatever hits my account or whatever, right? And then the other one is this BSC is kind of the other one where it's like I'm going to list it in bulk,
Yep.
put it up for a quarter, and then once it sells, I'm gonna I'll ship
Yep.
it plain white envelope or
Yep.
something like that, right?
Hey, click on this Tom Bullard's comment right here about being
Tom,
dude, I'm with you. I'd be on ComC every day, but you have to upload money into your account to be
oh
able to
really?
purchase. You can't just go as you can't just buy as you go, which in 2022, about to be 2023, I think is the most asinine thing I've seen.
But so here's the thing. Here's my theory on that. I would imagine that the reason why they do that is because it's easier for them to keep your money
Well, that and they probably don't have to pay as much in payment processing
in
fees and
processing
things like
fees.
that,
Yeah, yeah.
But I think
Especially if
they
you sell a
generate.
card.
I think
Right?
they would easily. I just throwing it out there. I easily double their revenue if you could just pay as you go, because there's a ton of shit on ComC I'd love to
Yeah, yeah.
buy. It's just, you know what I mean. I'm a
Yep.
big impulse guy sometimes, like,
Yeah.
and I'm looking for KG or I'm looking for something. I'm like, oh, you know what I mean. I want to buy 5 at not.
Yeah.
Oh Christ, I got to go back and upload more now, and I got to do
Right.
this, and I
Yeah.
can't make offers on cards because I don't have any money in my account. It's a pain
So
in the ass.
that'll stifle you from
Yeah.
making
Yep.
making impulse
Yep.
purchases, right? That's
Yep.
interesting.
Yep.
ComCs do refund your money within a day or two, though.
Yeah, that's the other thing. 10% withdrawal, Mike. So and correct me if I'm wrong. If you sell $100 worth of cards, they're taking 10% of that if you want to take your money out. Am I correct?
But Dan is saying that's only after 30 days. So
Wait,
if you make $100 with them, if you got $100 in your
wait a
account,
month,
that $100 has to stay in there for 30 days,
and then you can withdraw.
and then you can withdraw with a minimal fee. I'm assuming.
No, I think he's saying no fees.
Ah, but if it's within those 30 days, you're gonna get taxed
10%. It's a lot.
Yeah, Mike's saying that's correct. Yeah.
All right.
Interesting.
And I mean, I guess it's great. Like if you sell something on there and you keep it on the site, and I guess the idea behind that is encouraging to use that money back on the site.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
But the reality of the situation in life is sometimes shit happens,
yeah. You
and you
need
need
some
the money.
cash. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, so if I have $500 on my ComC account and I need 500 to pay for new tires or something, I don't know, something broke in my house.
Yep, yep.
You know, I don't need 450. I need 500.
Right, exactly.
Um,
I need my money.
you know, so yeah, I can see that.
But this BSC man, hook us up with that dude, man. I'd love to chat with him and
Yeah,
kind of
I'll get him right on. Get him right
and
on.
see what's what,
Um,
because this is interesting. I didn't know anything about this.
yeah, it's cool. I mean, like, there's another site I've hopped on. It's called mycardpost.com.
I saw that one. Somebody sent me that one as
Yeah,
well.
so this is what I think. These are the kind of sites that I think are going to start to maybe have a little teeth in the hobby, because they not only
Ooh.
offer you buy and sell, but you can trade. So
Mm.
that is, to me, is the difference. You know, that sets you apart from it's just another marketplace, right?
I think trading is going to be such a big
Huge,
thing.
huge,
It's going to be such a
huge.
big thing.
You know,
Especially like, platforms like Arena. Shout out to our boys over at Arena. Where they'll vault for you, and then you can do trading, and then that trade execution happens instantly. Because you're
yep,
vaulting with them, and they have a blockchain type setup there where it's yours, it's in your booth. I just recalled a bunch of cards yesterday, so that's dope. I'm waiting for those to come in because I really want to get my hands on that slab and see what that's like. I'll do a video
yeah,
once
yep.
I get my hands on that slab. But I just think trading, dude, is where it's going to be at, especially for those folks that bought on the way up, right?
Yep.
And held, and then maybe they didn't move at the peak, and now they're just kind of, they're like, oh crap.
Yeah, and I think, like, again, I think trading is just a way easier way to move your cards. Okay.
Agreed.
Okay, I know.
I'd be happy to trade away with. I'm not a huge on for my guys. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
For more of my guys. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, Tom. I think, I have a ton of really nice cards that I've pulled when I was breaking wax. That they're good cards. They're just not my guy. I mean, I got some pretty cool like Giannis cards. I got a really cool, a couple cool Steph Curry. Even though he's a great player, he's not my guy, right? So,
right.
I'd be down to even trade them at what is perceived to be a lesser value in order to get my guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yep.
It's.
Yep.
I'd trade a silver prism of a guy that I don't care about for a base for a guy that I do care about. Right. I mean, all day because to me, that card is worthless to me. And I don't feel like selling it. I don't feel like going through the rigmarole of selling it. Then if I can trade you really quick for something that's on my radar, then hell yeah.
Yep.
I'm all for it.
Yep.
Dude, on what is this? Buy sell cards.com.
Buy sports cards.
Buysportscards.com. They got a ton of Elijah Wan stuff. I'm about to go ham in here.
Yeah. Yep.
For really good prices too, dude. $0.25, $1.
Yeah. Yep. It's a great spot, dude, for like if you're like you're saying, like a player collector, you can go on there. I'm constantly checking there for Kevin Garnett and whatever else I'm into. And I've bought a lot of old school hockey on there for cheap. There's there's definitely some good finds. But again, it's not to poo-poo them because they're doing a great job. For those of you that the back end stuff is a pain in the butt. When you're coding and having to do all these different things, it takes a second. So
okay, I need to sign up right now.
Why? What do they got?
Because I just saw.
I'll buy it before you do.
No, that's why I'm not going to show you. Look at this. Oh yeah, they got some good stuff on here. They got some.
Yeah, they do. They do.
And for cheap. Yep. For cheap.
Yep.
Yeah, good stuff, man.
Yeah, you can spend $20 on there and can come away with a decent amount of cards.
Yeah, for sure. I'm looking at it right now.
It's buysportscards.com, Bri.
Yeah, buysportscards.com. They got some good stuff on there. Yeah, see if you can get us hooked up with that guy, man. It seems like a really dope concept, and I'd like to talk to him about it a little bit more. A lot of dollar cards, a lot of really nice, dude. There's a lot of dollar cards on here that are like $6 or $7 cards, $10 cards.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
You know what they could use?
Buysportscards.com.
You know what they could use? They could use some data, these guys.
Yeah, it's already in the works, bro.
My man. My man.
What else? What else we want to talk? We want to talk trying to think what else. I had a lot of real life sports stuff going on this last week or so, you know. Just, you know, happy to for those of you I'm going to give a shout out to my boy. 'Cause I don't know if he's still in the chat or not. But if you're looking to grade SGC and you're not into doing it yourself, or you're hesitant, Bobbles and Ball Cards is the guy I've been using for, he corrected me, 3 years it's been now. Christ.
He corrected you.
I was like, holy crap, I didn't even realize that, but it's 3 years I've been grading with him. Him and his wife, outstanding job, first class, top-notch service. They sleeve all your cards for you, so you don't have to waste your time doing that at no extra charge. So anybody looking for that, you know, I 100% would recommend Bobbles, and you know, you're not going to get screwed.
We'll put his info in here for sure. Steve, I think my arena showroom is under Retro Hoop Breaks. Or Retro.
I gotta get on there too, because the trading thing, man,
dude.
I love trading now.
Dude,
I'm like, I love it.
You gotta get on there.
I made 2 trades on that new site that I was telling you about, that My Card Post. I traded Bobbles guy Vanacek, the goalie for the Capitals, for a nice Bergeron auto. And then I traded last night. I picked up a nice Moritz Sider exquisite rookie to 99 for a Jaren Jackson PSA 9 silver and $20. So
wow. See, that's what one of the things I like about Arena too, is that they'll let you do the plus $20, plus $10.
Yeah. My Card Post does too. No, I can sleeve my own cards. Bobbles does it for you, bro.
Well, and then the other thing that Bobbles does, doesn't he ship next day?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
Yep. So
yeah,
you get your cards back quick. So
put all the slabs in superior fit sleeves.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, the slab in the sleeves.
Yeah. So they come back to you.
They come back to you all gussied up.
Yeah,
Let's see.
All sleeved. No work on my end.
Yeah, they go. Yeah, from there they can just go straight into the. I'm thinking to have.
You guys know too, when you pull that little piece of plastic off on the back of those sleeves, it's a pain in the ass. Those things stick to you; they're everywhere. You try to clean them up.
Yeah.
You know.
I know. Look. I know exactly what you're talking about, because I had a gang of them right here just now because I was sleeving up a bunch of stuff. If you guys don't know,
Victor just asked a good question. Is there any way to list my eBay listings to other platforms like Buy Sports Card? You know, I feel like, who the hell did that? I feel like somebody did offer that. I don't know who, but I don't think you can do that. You can't do that with Buy Sports Cards. I know on the one I was just talking about, that My Card Post, you can put all of your socials in your profile. So like you could put, if you had an eBay store,
link it all up,
your Instagram and things like that, you can link all your socials, you know, which potentially could save you some time, I guess. But you can't like actively import your eBay store into your whatever account. I don't know of anybody that does. I think with My Slabs, you can port in your eBay store or something like that, but I don't know how that all works. But as far as like, that would be a genius idea if you could just link up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then again, everybody's trying to keep that money. You know what I mean? So,
right. Oh man, dude, we've been going for almost 2 hours.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
Hey, we can talk.
We can definitely talk. That is for sure. Look at this, man. This is going to be one of those ones that I'm going to have to crack.
Luca, is that
Freshman
Phenoms? Yeah.
Freshman Phenoms. Silver. Yeah. Probably maybe like a $30, $40 card. That's just not moving.
Yeah, it's weird too, right? Like, I don't know. I'll tell you what, man. Like, going back to Zion for a minute, some of his stuff, get rid of the prism, right, for a second.
Mm-hmm.
like go over to the optic land and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I know there's a lot of stuff out there, right? But there's a lot of stuff everywhere, right? But that kid hasn't played a game. He's victim of the hype train that derailed, and now he's starting to play. And
And
it's
now
like,
he's yeah.
like I don't know. Hey, if his prices are going to go down, I'm going to keep. Yeah.
I'll keep buying. I'll keep buying, dude. There's no reason
Yeah.
not to. I think the kid's good. The kid's solid, man. He's gonna be solid. He's gonna be good for a while. As long as he stays healthy, he'll be good.
Oh, there we go. Hey, check the Facebook thing real quick.
Check the Facebook thing. What are we checking here?
The message. Bobble shared a couple of the cards that he's had the pleasure of grading.
Oh, look at that.
For
Holy
customers.
Crap, that is a serious card.
Yeah, the first one's a big boy. They're all big boys, but
yeah, it is. I mean, you got to be doing something right if people are trusting you with these kind of cards, man.
Yeah. Yep.
So shout out to Bobbles.
Did you do the first one though? The first one's like famous.
What's the first one? That's all I got.
That's all you got? Oh. You didn't see that? So someone had, they call it the McJackie.
Oh, yeah. I see it.
Yeah. This is sick.
A McJackie. That's hilarious.
So for those of you that don't know, when the sheets were printed on back in the day, that card to the left, you see a little bit of the blue. That's the Topps 52 Mickey Mantle card. They were side by side. So that card right there, Bobbles, correct me if I'm wrong, that's the only known example of this card with that little piece of Mickey Mantle on it, correct? That's my understanding.
I was going to say, I was just about to ask the question as to whether or not there's one that's even worse that's actually got like more of
more. Yeah. Half Jackie, half Mickey.
Half Jackie, half yeah. And recently said SGC4 Frank Gore rookie card that's all graded PSA and undergraded, said they were all 7s. I recently sent SGC4 2005 SPA Frank Gore rookie card that all got graded at PSA, and the undergraded the.
Oh, so he's saying. So you're saying Bay Area, all of the Gores got 7s, and you feel that they're not 7s,
or that they were all 4s, and PSA gave them 7s.
I think he's saying
the opposite.
4 2005s. Yeah, Crime Dog to the Hall, right?
Crime Dog.
I don't have any of the Crime Dogs cards, but
who the hell is Crime Dog?
Fred McGriff guy.
Jeez. Is that who McGriff the Crime Dog is named after?
Yeah, McGruff. Isn't it McGruff or McGriff?
Yeah, McGruff. There you go.
Yeah, but yeah, no, Fred McGriff. Listen, I would put him at borderline
Crime Dog.
But let's get everybody fired up. Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame.
Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame.
Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame. Pete Rose should be in the goddamn Hall of Fame.
Ziggy's in the house.
Who else should be in the Hall of Fame? Pablo Escobar should be in the Hall of Fame.
Pablo Escobar doesn't need to be in the Hall of Fame. His name is infamous enough.
Hey, you seen that meme going around with El Chapo in the prison?
Yeah, I seen that where he's looking up at the camera,
waiting for the next U.S. athlete to F up,
or to come down to Mexico and F up.
Yeah,
they're gonna trade for him.
Oh man,
I got that. That's such a
Fred McGriff. He's got the '86 Donruss rated rookie, and then the Leaf the Leaf brand too, which I probably is a little bit rarer. That card shot the hell. Obviously, Hall of Fame, and it went nuts. I don't know, man. The Hall of Fame is getting to be, I don't know. I don't want to say watered down. Canseco, first 40-40 guy in the history of the game. That's what the hell. What are we doing here? I don't know if he necessarily had a Hall of Fame career, but he certainly had a Hall of Fame life.
Retro. Oh crap! I'm trying to figure out what my my arena club showroom
Cocaine
was.
and baseball.
It's Retro Hoop
Yep,
Collectibles.
Shoeless Joe should be in there too.
Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Yep.
Cocaine and baseball.
That's great. That's great.
Shoeless Joe should be in the Hall of Fame. Harold Baines is a Hall of then Luis Mendoza should be at least
Yeah, the Mendoza line. You know what I mean?
Mendoza
right?
line.
Yep.
Schilling. Kurt Schilling, right?
Yep.
See, I know a little bit of baseball.
No steroids, in my opinion. Like, I get it, man. Like, I totally get the no steroids thing. The problem is, you know, you have what in 500 total major leaguers and or 500, let's call it 600 total major league ball players on, you know, if you divvy it up amongst all the teams, 90% of those guys are using roids.
Oh,
yeah. Were.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like,
so that's the thing,
Barry
though.
Bonds,
If everybody's using them, is it really like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think the Kurt Schilling should definitely be in. Clemens should be in. Bonds should be in. Bonds was a Hall of Famer before he took steroids. Like,
yeah,
you know, I mean,
everyone was doing
it is.
Just some did it better than others. Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah, but how about one of the great examples of roids, Brady Anderson? Guy was like a career 250 if that hitter with like 10 to 20 bombs if he was lucky. All of a sudden, my man pops out with like 55 bombs in like 97 or something. And they ended up finishing his career, I think, playing AAA ball for the Paw Sox in my backyard.
In your backyard.
Seriously, the Pawtucket Red Sox are right down the street. So
that's hilarious.
But you know,
A-Rod.
Yeah.
I mean A-Rod. Dude, how bad did
that's
the
right,
Yankees
dude.
overpay?
See that? Click on that category, the battery.
The battery.
The comment there.
Where
by Carlisle.
Oh, right here.
Bingo.
Bonds before steroids is McGriff.
100 freaking. He's not wrong. That's a spot on accurate. If you only want to put Barry Bonds in up to like whatever 95, then do it. You know, end his career at 95. He's a Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer. Yeah. Rafael Palmeiro.
Yeah. Well, Bonds didn't get a hit because he was walked. He was walked like 3 million times a year.
Nobody. So like intentional walking, or like nobody was wanting to pitch to him.
Yeah, no, intentional walks, or they pitch around him. And then when he started taking roids, he was like seriously like Arnold Schwarzenegger up there with like, and then he had his elbow pad that was another like friggin' like tank on his arm. You know what I mean? So like even if he did get hit, it didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
Yeah, some of these guys, man, like their stats are just like their careers are unfortunately tainted. But they were animal. Like the natural ability these guys possess
was insane
to be ball players, right? Is unmatched.
Yeah.
And they get tainted by, you know, their ego and the chase for money and like I get it because I've asked this question before. If I told you if you took this shot, it's going to guarantee you a 10-year, $250 million contract. If you don't take it, you're going to make $1,200 a month and ride a bus for the next 5 years. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Shoot me up, boss.
You know, like what are you doing?
And especially during the time when everybody's doing it, right? And you have to do it just to be even on the you know in the show,
right?
You know, and all it did was just take those guys who were maniacs anyway, and just elevated them to another level.
And not for nothing though, like when baseball came out of the strike in 94, 95 there, when baseball came back, it was dead.
Yeah.
It was minor league hockey was more popular than baseball. And what did Bud Selig and the rest of those guys do? They went like this.
Yeah, they turned
and McGuire and Sosa saved the game of baseball.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then now they're blackballed. It's comical. Comical to me. You know, Pete Rose, right? Pete Rose gambling, whatever the hell he did on baseball. All he essentially did was give birth to DraftKings like 50 years later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Give birth to
now
DraftKings.
everybody, you get guys promoting crypto companies that are, frauding people
Going
out of
belly up.
billions. You know what I mean? Like, should Tom Brady and Steph Curry be blackballed?
Dude, I heard they lost hundreds of millions. Those guys.
Who? The athletes?
Yeah.
Really?
All the guys that brought in crypto.
Yeah.
That bought into that FTX or whatever the hell.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I did you watch the interview, by the way, with that guy on
that guy was a weirdo, man.
Weird dude.
Such a weirdo. Dude.
I
don't know. I mean, like
I didn't know what was going on in my company. Of course you didn't. But you have 10 billion tied up in Bahamas.
But that's why he'll never go to jail.
Right.
Right. Because nobody is ever going to prove intent with that guy.
Right.
Because he's such a weirdo. Right.
Yeah. Yep.
He's
one of those guys that like created like some kind of code in his basement.
Yeah.
And like was a kid at like the high school dance that sat in the corner by the punch bowl. Yeah.
Well, let's wrap it up, dude, because this is going to be the longest episode we've ever done.
That's right. Bud Selig is in the Hall of Fame too. Yeah.
By a whole hour. Who's Bud Selig?
Bud Selig was the commissioner of baseball during that time.
I know that name sounded familiar.
He used to own the Brewers. Yeah, he was the guy. He was running the ship.
Alan Huber.
What's
Bud
that?
Selig.
Oh,
Alan Huber, that's his name.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah. Hey, thanks, Matt. Appreciate it.
We really appreciate you guys hanging out, man. Listen, if you guys,
some of you guys were here for the whole 2 hours, so
dude,
you know what?
If
I could donate $5 back to you,
my man Matt was here from the beginning. Jay was here from the beginning. Mike was here the whole couple hours. We appreciate you guys hanging out.
Thanks to everybody.
And, man, if you haven't already, hit the like button on the stream. It's gonna help out. But I mean, I think at the peak we got up to like almost 60 people in the chat.
Really?
On the view. So that's pretty dope.
The problem is, guys, is like we're at 2 hours right now. We could go.
We could go another 4.
Like I got some video games I want to play.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. Well, my kids at my mom came and picked my kids up, which she does quite frequently. To take them away for the weekend, but so I might do the same thing. But listen, guys, we really appreciate you guys jumping on, hanging out with us, talking some smack for a couple hours. This is always fun stuff. This is something that me and JD wanted to try out and kind of see how you guys like it. And if you prefer this
next topic,
to another, you know what I mean, like another 1 hour episode, man. We'll continue to do the 1 hour episodes, I think, JD, as we get people coming in. If you guys love this format, we can
do. You know what I was thinking, man? Like maybe every fourth,
like once a month.
Yeah, once a month we'll go live.
We'll do the live.
I really would like to, like seriously, like moving forward, if we're gonna do these, like it's fine. You and I can talk about whatever. For sure, it doesn't matter. Like we can set our Guinness record here of talking, but I'd love to hear like other people's opinions. So like I'd love to, if we put that link in like we did, like. Don't be afraid to hop on and shoot the breeze for a half hour.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, it's all good. Or if you get questions, like it was perfect. Yeah.
So, especially if it's stuff that like drives some conversation and stuff like that. Just things that me and JD can really sink our teeth into. Or if you just want to ask me if I wear a man purse, that's cool too.
Yeah. The problem with the live guys, to be honest with you, like for Omar and I, just real talk for a sec. He's got 2 kids. I've got 4 kids, and 3. You have 3. That's right. Yeah. So between us, we have like half of a football team. It's with all their activities and everything. It's
it just gets tough.
We're just driving around like morons. So the hour episode that we do, we have that like legit dialed in when we record it every week, so we know we can set aside an hour.
Yeah.
These, obviously Saturday night kind of thing is going to have to be, the deal. So.
Yeah, and that's a good point. I mean, but that's something I think, JD, that everybody kind of knows. You know what I mean? Like they get it. You know what I mean? And that's why I think the 1 hour episodes really work well for us, because people don't know. Sometimes we record that on Tuesday. Sometimes we record that on Friday night. Right? Yep. I mean, it's just where you and I can catch an hour, but we definitely
need to order those Velcro shoes too, dude.
I do need to order those Velcro. We need to send them.
Yeah,
right.
We have to.
And Yeah, Brian. Oh, that's where he came from. But yeah, so I mean, listen, guys, we love doing this, right? But at the end of the day, if you guys got suggestions on what you'd want to see and what topics and things like that, just add them down in the comments if you're listening to this after the fact, or just shoot us an email. All the information's in the description if you guys want to check us out and send us an email.
And
you're on Instagram.
Me?
Yeah. What's your handle on Instagram?
JD's _sports cards 401. I think.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'm Retro.
The other thing I just want to say real quick too, like, because I don't know if Ziggy's still hanging around, but like Ziggy's got a couple good ideas about like some shows and things like that. We need to find a platform that we can have multiple, like more than 4 people on, right?
Well, we can have up to 10 people on here.
Oh, we can?
I can have a shit ton of people. Hell yeah.
Oh, all right, never mind. I'll shut up.
There's up to 10 I can do on StreamYard.
Oh, all right. So that'd be cool. Like you can get 10 people on shooting the shit. You know what I mean?
I did our fantasy league draft party on here.
Look at you.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. That was fun as shit. Especially the guys that are in this fantasy league with me. They're all just a bunch of jackasses, and we were just
next
hilarity.
In the spring when we release our card hedge merces, we'll go live and have everybody. We'll have all the models on. All the Kohl's models.
Oh man. Well, listen, guys, again, man, we appreciate you guys hanging out, chilling with us, watching, commenting, asking questions, getting into the mix with us. It's fun as hell. We're definitely going to try to do as many of these as JD and I can. But again, remember, if you guys haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button so you get notified whenever we do go live. And we'll try to let you guys know ahead of time. Definitely, because we plan these ahead of time.
Yeah, and if you're bored and you want to come check out my channel too, a little shameless plug. JD Sports Cards, baby. You know, I do a lot of like, I don't know, my opinions, my thoughts, a lot of data kind of crap. Like, I don't do like the 5 buys and all that shit. I do like guys I think that you should be, like that represent some value. But that's my channel if you want to go check it out.
It's I'll put that one in the description too. I need to add that to the
you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that for me, buddy. I know you care.
No.
Just you saying that means more than you'll ever know to me.
But here's the thing: is that people need to be able to find you easily.
The world needs now.
Hey, we appreciate you, Victor. Thank you for hanging out with us, man.
Thanks, Vic. Thanks, everybody. Hey, so long story short, for those of you that don't know, we gotta just talk to Velcros now. We gotta do it. And we'll end after this.
Yeah.
So one of our partners is a legit baller, and he's got the most ridiculous memorabilia collection on the planet. Michael Jordan game worn crap. It's stupid. So Omar and I are going to buy a pair. Can you pull them up?
I'm pulling them up right now. Go ahead.
All right, wait for it. Everybody, wait for it.
I get fired up every time.
This is gonna be great. This is gonna be excellent. So we're gonna autograph these and send them to our boy and say, "Here you go, buddy."
So our boy has the biggest collection of Michael Jordan game worn memorabilia. He has game worn shoes. He has probably one of the biggest collections of Steph Curry game worn shoes. Giannis game worn shoes.
Yeah.
Luka game worn shoes. Yeah. This guy is a legitimate collector.
He's soon gonna
me and JD came up with the idea.
Addiction Walker 5 V strap. The Addiction Walker V strap deuces in his freaking collection.
This is gonna be epic. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab this shoe here. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna hoop in it.
Are those $130?
I'm gonna take some pictures. Nah, this is kind of similar to the one that we saw. I think the one that we saw was like $15 or something.
Yeah, like I want them like barely hanging on. Like,
we're gonna take some pictures in them. We're gonna sign them because one of the things that our boy does is he's very diligent about making sure that all his memorabilia is photo verified by a third-party company that's like the PSA of photo verification for game worn memorabilia, and so he makes absolutely sure. And we're gonna. I
might actually film myself playing basketball in them too. Like I'll lower my hoop and dunk on it.
Oh man! And you know what? he hasn't mentioned it, so I don't think he even has watched the
No,
episode.
which is good because I don't want.
Which is gonna be great because it's just gonna show up in his.
Yep.
Good shit. Oh man.
All right. On that
thanks
note,
a lot, guys. I appreciate y'all watching, man. Thank y'all for hanging out. We'll catch you guys.
Hey,
on
Merry
the next
Christmas
episode.
to everybody. If we don't talk to you live before then,
well, we're gonna be. We should have a couple more episodes between them. But if you
we'll
guys
have
don't check us out anymore, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to all those of you. And if we don't, you guys don't check us out again. But all right, buddy, this was a blast, man. We're gonna have to figure this out because it's a good time. So thank you guys for watching, JD. Always good to talk to you, brother. We'll chat soon, yeah.
All right, man.
Thanks, everybody. Peace.